Welcome to the Wally Show Aftercast. Those things we didn't get to during the course of the show today. You might have noticed a discernible lack of Gavin in the show today. He is out. He is starting his Christmas break. He got his time in before we did, and it got approved. And so he is out this week. It's funny because he was supposed to bring Bennett by. We've never met Bennett. We're not even sure that he has a kid. He could be photoshopping children into like pictures and like taking days off. I don't know.
Anything is possible with AI.
100%. And so we've never met Bennett. He was supposed to come by. We were supposed to go to lunch with him and his wife and his child like months ago. And then Bennett got sick, or I was sick too one time, and so it just never happened. So he was like, "Hey guys, I might come in tomorrow." And Betty's like, "Oh well, if you come in tomorrow and bring Bennett, that'd be nice. Hey, bring some coffee too." We got a text from him like a little bit ago. He was like, "Dude, I can't believe it. I just woke up." And it was like 9 o'clock. And it's like, that's that deep dad sleep. He's like, I didn't even hear my wife like take Bennett to daycare. She took him today. So she took the kid to daycare, went to work. He didn't stir. Like he has been coming in here. He has been so tired, man.
He has.
I think in some ways, like he might have it worse than I had it when I had Haley, because I was on a different shift. I wasn't doing mornings when I had her. I was doing afternoons. So I just naturally stayed up late anyway. And so I took all the overnight shifts, and then I would sleep for a few hours and then get up and do work. So I had a different schedule. I think this one is definitely harder, trying to balance kid and work and family and stuff like that and getting up this early.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, I definitely wouldn't want to switch places with him. That's for sure.
No.
But I'm glad he got that time. That's really good.
Yeah, but he's gonna pay for it because his wife didn't get that time. She had to get up. She had to take the kid. You try to even it out in a marriage, and it never gets evened out. Moms always take the bigger hit, 100%.
Yeah, but I mean, it'll be easy if he does. All he needs is a bottle.
Yeah,
and he's ready to go.
Yeah.
Like if Haley comes home and she needs to sleep.
Well, that's the thing. He needs to overdo now. Like when Haley comes home today, he needs to be like, babe, I got you. Guess what I did? I made dinner. I have a bath run for you. There might even be a foot massage in his thing.
Oh, I see.
Like he needs to go because he messed up. Like the balance of power is out. Him getting some sleep. 100%. Like he has, and he's too young to know that he messed up because she's going to be angry about this.
So tell me what's going to happen if he doesn't do what you think he should do, like the bubble bath and all that,
or at least take over the night duties tonight and really go above and beyond. It's going to fester in her, and and it will pop out at some point in time. Well, I got up and took him today, so it's the least you could do is pick up your socks. Like it will come out.
I see.
Because she's tired. Like now he's feeling a little bit rested. You're always on the verge of crying and anger when you have a young child.
Which is not the perfect scenario for a healthy relationship.
No. Children ruin your relationship for a little bit before they make it better. And then it gets fine. But he has to watch his step today. He has to be very careful. We might not ever see him again.
Wow. But I will say, with him getting that extra sleep, maybe it'll help him handle it a little bit better.
Sure. Yeah. So hopefully, Gavin, if you check out the podcast, do something nice for your wife.
Right. I'm pretty sure that when you listen to the Aftercast, you can probably hear in the background us talking, but you can hear Gavin going,
Yeah. I was so glad that, because I tried to do something nice for my wife yesterday. She went to help a friend, do stuff at church. So they were working at the church making stuff or whatever from 1 o'clock till 5 o'clock. And she always likes to eat between 5 and 6 because she's doing Weight Watchers, but she's also on that intermittent fast thing where she tries to eat within a window. And so, I had been working on something, and I looked at the time like, oh, wow, she should be leaving soon. I started to just make her dinner and have it ready for her when she got home, but I wasn't sure exactly when she was going to leave, and so I was trying to time it out. I'm so glad I called her, though, because I'm like, hey, I know you're still doing stuff. No hurry. Just hit me up before you leave, and I will make the chicken tonight so it's ready when you get home. Good thing to do.
How thoughtful.
Exactly. Good husband move. She's like, no, don't make the chicken. I'm like, why? She's like, that chicken's been in the fridge for over a week. It's not good anymore. Like, oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Throw that out. Thank goodness she told you.
I know.
That would have been bad.
If I would have surprised her and then we both, because she might would have asked where to get the chicken probably 3 bites in. I could have poisoned us both.
Gross.
Yeah.
Salmonella.
Oh, absolutely. I found a story that I thought was interesting. Red One is the new Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson And what's that actor? You know him from the commercials, like I think it's Farm Bureau commercials, KD Holmes or something like that. He's like a character actor, like you know him when you see him, but you couldn't tell who he is. But he's really good in this movie. But like, I saw this movie and the movie's okay. It's not great. It's not going to win any awards, but it's a fun Christmas-ish movie. But Arnold Schwarzenegger apparently is getting in on movies, and he's doing it with Alan Ritchson from Ordinary Angels. So I was curious, like, okay, how is this in the Christmas genre of kind of this new thing of like Santa's like tough kind of thing? How is this gonna play out? Like, I'm curious what the plot line is, and like, no, I actually like the plot line of this one. So Santa, his magic bag where all the gifts are, gets stolen, and he turns to his naughty list to find Vance, who's a thief, to help him get it back. I'm like, okay.
Oh, that's creative.
Yeah, I haven't seen that before. I haven't
What's
seen
this
that
called
plot line. I don't know if they have a name for it yet. They didn't say the name for it yet.
But Arnold Schwarzenegger is going to play Santa.
Yeah, so it's not going to be till next year. But I'm excited. Like, this is what I'm like, okay, it's piqued my interest enough that I will totally go see that one. But Red One, it's fun. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not horrible.
Wasn't that the one with the talking polar bear?
Yeah, the ninja polar bears. That was weird.
Yeah, it just didn't look good to me. But it was huge for Netflix.
Yeah, and then they have
or Prime, whatever it is.
The Krampus character, who they tie all these things together. It's like the brother of Santa, but he's like this weird warlock-looking thing. Yeah,
I didn't get it.
That part I was like, eh. So anyway, but there you go. A new movie to look forward to next Christmas, not this Christmas. Lady Rock, what do you got?
Oh, it's my turn. I was paying so much attention to your story. I just had to hear what
appreciate it. I was
say.
Captivating.
Yes. Hallmark, the Hallmark Channel, they have a brand new reality TV show. It's called Small Town Setup, and it's everything you would expect it to be. It's going to be hosted by Ashley Williams. Do you know who that is, Wally?
No, I don't know the name.
She's redheaded, and she's starred in a couple of Hallmark movies.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so here's the synopsis of the show. They're going to find, I guess every episode they're going to have a new single. I'm not sure. But they will find a single bachelor or bachelorette who has everything together with their lives except for the love part of their life,
gotcha.
okay? And they live in the city. I'm not making this up. But their parents live in a small town.
Oh, no.
And so Hallmark is going to get the parents, the friends, the family, even the neighbors to come together and find some options for this single person in their town. So it's going to be like real Hallmark movies coming to life.
This is interesting because this is what I said I would do for you if you had ever decided to do like a bachelorette kind of thing on the show. Is that it wasn't going to be just guys emailing to win your heart and woo you. They had to be nominated by like women in their lives, like could attest to this is a good guy. This is a guy that if it wasn't my brother, I would, he's that good of a guy that I would want someone just like him kind of thing. And so that was the whole idea behind that. So it would weed out some of the crazies, you would hope, in doing the Bachelorette Betty Rock
But what
style.
if we got towards the end of it and I saw all the photos or I saw all the emails and I was like,
your choice. Yeah. I mean, it would still be your choice. You could definitely say no.
I could say just no.
100%.
No.
I take this
People
stuff.
would get insulted by that.
No, there's nothing
See,
you
that's
can
the
do.
problem. When you get people involved
Right.
in that part of your life, you also have to put up with their
Right.
opinions and their feelings.
100%.
And I don't like that.
And I know that, you don't necessarily want
That's
other
why
people's
the
opinions
celebrity
about
people.
stuff.
No, I'm saying I'm a celebrity, but I'm saying like that's why celebrity people, they keep that part of their life on lockdown because people are so quick to. Like, you can say no to someone that's saying, like, but my brother, but then their brother is, like, living in their mom's basement with an X-Men collection. It's
Right.
like, okay,
Well, I think
here's
that
the thing.
I think that managing expectations is a big part of it. Like, you would be like, look, and she gets to say yes or no regardless of it. And it could be for even a not reason that you think, you know, and that's just the way it is. That's how we're going to do this. I did think about this the other day because you and I had talked about, like, online dating. And I thought for women, online dating is really difficult, really hard. I feel for you. for guys, it should be the easiest thing in the world. You could get married online in 1 or 2 dates if you're a guy and you're not an idiot.
What do you mean?
Like, all you have to be is not an idiot. Like, that's it. Like, simply put, there are women that are online looking for relationships and serious guys about relationships. All you would have to do is show up on a date and don't shoot yourself in the foot. Ask her about herself. Care about herself. Be a gentleman. Don't just talk about yourself and your things. Find out about her. Care about her. Like, it's so easy. Like, that no guy should ever have to struggle to date online because there are so many women that's all they want is just a good guy. It's easy. Don't be a dummy. It would be the way that you could get married online quickly.
Why is it harder for women?
Because they're looking for guys and they're ready to go. They're like, yeah, I would like to find somebody to be that potential mate. And so they're there. And the guys just keep being dumb, you know, like as you have personally experienced. And again, it's so easy. It's not hard. I mean, like literally be kind, be sweet, be all the things that you should have been taught as a man to be towards a woman. And she would fall in love with you instantly.
Very true. And I think too, another reason that it's harder for women is the safety value of it.
Sure.
Just having to, and that's also because I watch too much crime.
Yeah, and I get that, but the problem is too. It's twofold: the safety of it, but then you know that it's a 50-50 shot when you show up that this guy's going to be a lemon, you know.
Yeah.
And 9 for you, 100% of it
Right?
has been that case. That has been your story.
Exactly. The main reason though I don't want to do the whole show thing that you were talking about is because I know I would never hear the end of it.
From me?
Yes. That you would be the one that would take full credit for every single thing.
It might come up in the wedding toast.
Exactly. And no one would invite you to make a toast
when I'm doing
somehow.
a toast. Yeah, it might come up there.
Make the toast.
It might come up as part of my ceremony.
You would
when I'm
say,
doing
I
that.
am responsible for this whole thing happening.
It might come up when I'm DJing the event too.
It might even come up at your eulogy when you're like writing your own.
One more thing. No, I would not do that.
Sure
I would take if you had ever said yes, I would do this. I would take it so unbelievably seriously for you, and because I just want goodness for you. I honestly do. It's not like you need someone to complete you. I'm not saying that.
Right.
But when you say this is a desire of mine, then I want to see that happen for you. You know what I mean?
I know you say that.
I do say that.
Yet your actions say different.
Look, I'm
not gonna point fingers. I'm not gonna get
Sure.
specific on anything.
Yeah.
But I will say that recently something happened.
Yes.
And you said something
Yes.
where you wanted to make
Yes.
I think what you thought was a good first impression.
Yes.
However, I saw it in a completely different light.
Sure.
I'm going to leave it there.
Okay.
But all that to say, I don't believe you one bit. Not one bit.
Yeah. Okay. Now, I would say that the thing that I said being funny was not the thing that I think threw things off with that. Honestly, I really don't. There's no way. Like, I don't.
What are you saying? You don't think things
talking
through?
to that guy, like the things that I said, that joke that I made is not what threw that thing off. You know what I mean? I don't believe that for 1 second.
Of course you wouldn't. You wouldn't take full credit.
No,
for
I
all
would.
that.
If I really thought I messed you up, I would be like, dude, that's on me. I am so sorry.
Now I will die alone, and it's all your fault.
It's my fault.
And then I would never let you live that down.
I know. I would own it. Like,
See, this is kind of like what they say. Don't mix friends and family with business.
Sure, business and pleasure.
And I would say that's the case for this.
Yeah, that's fine. And again, I leave it completely open-ended. I leave it as an offer that's on the table. Should you ever decide to, then we will flip the switch and we will do it within 2 weeks, kind of thing. But I'm never going to push you into it.
Nope.
Because again, like with that other situation that you were talking about.
You pushed me into that too.
I did push you into that. But then I saw.
See, you are such a hypocrite.
No, I got a front row seat into.
I don't want to call specifics.
I'm not.
Okay.
I got a front row seat into the dysfunction
That
of how your dating life goes.
Yes.
That's not your fault. Like I got to see firsthand how something unraveled in a way that I would have never thought, and I thought was a slam dunk.
Right.
And then I'm like, well, that's weird. And so for me, I got to see it, and I got to I was frustrated by it because
It's almost like when they tell you like you're going to go hunting and they're like, yeah, but you'll never come across a cougar. There's never like a mountain lion out there. There's never maybe 1% chance.
Yeah.
And I'm like, great, okay. And I go out hunting.
Yeah.
And I'm that 1%.
Yeah, you eat my cougar. Pretty soon you're gonna be a cougar.
I mean, if I'm not already. No, I don't like the idea of younger guys.
I understand that.
I could eat my words later, but it's not my thing.
Yeah, when you hit 50, you'll be like, 30's looking pretty good. No, no, but again, I think I had a new level of compassion for you. I've always loved you. You know, I've always been in your corner. You are one of my favorite people on the planet, and I only want good things for you.
I hate to know how you treat your less.
Yeah,
favorite
exactly.
people.
Oh, it's bad. But like, so when I got a front row seat to just another like misstep in your dating life that again had nothing to do with you. It was not your fault, nothing. And it was just like, oh, well, that's weird.
checks out.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. And I felt, I don't pity you, but I felt bad for you.
Thank you. You empathize.
I did, and I felt bad.
But do you see though? Like that's just one example.
That's
of
my
many.
point.
And so when people say,
Yes.
"Oh, I just went to school and they were there,"
Right.
that frustrates me.
100%.
Or when they're like, "Well, you've got to date some lemons to get to
Right.
the frog or whatever." Like, okay. Like until you've been in my shoes, please just shut up.
And I think that's what I got to see and got to better appreciate and understand why you feel the way you feel about dating, online dating, and
it's not
your
like
frustration.
I haven't tried,
exactly.
but it's just it's almost like I'm
plagued.
Yes,
Cursed.
it's almost like I have leprosy. I'm pretty sure.
Do you typically shower before you go out on a date? I'm just curious if that
Where
could be
did
a
that
thing.
come
I don't know. I
from?
thought maybe that's a thing. I'm just spitballing.
What are
I'm
you
trying
trying
to help.
say?
Because I don't think you showered today.
Let's move on.
Do you have any birthdays?
I do have birthdays. Let me get to them. I have two of them. And also, just a fair warning that tomorrow will be our last Aftercast.
Yes.
We're going to catch up on a bunch of birthdays because we'll have to. But also, that's just a preparation for if you're driving for the holidays, you won't have any brand new.
So go back and listen to some old ones, I guess.
Right. So you do at least have that option. Micaiah wants to wish Father Justin a happy birthday.
Happy
so this is
birthday.
their dad,
Nice.
Justin.
Or
said,
their priest.
No, that's a dad.
Father Justin.
Yep. The best father ever,
Could still be the priest.
other than God, of course.
Could still be the
That's what they
priest.
put in parentheses. No. Question: what would you do if you couldn't talk for a living?
What was,
Wally would
I would do
literally
something to be loud. I know. I would do something else to be
He'd
loud.
be a drummer.
Yes, that's really good. That way people would have to hear me. I was eating pudding today, like as loudly as I could,
Eating
just
is not the right
to
word.
drive Betty Rock nuts.
He was slurping, smacking, and then he wonders why I don't want to hang out with them or why I'm so tired at the end of the day. There's a reason for that.
Yeah, if I couldn't talk, that would be rough for me. Betty would be fine with not talking.
I'd be fine.
Yeah.
Like, great. I have an excuse.
Mm-hmm.
Then Rachel wants to wish Ariana a happy birthday. Ariana, she is my oldest of 3 kids and turns 11.
Oh, nice.
Happy birthday
Yay!
today. Ariana listens to the podcast and Aftercast with me driving into school. She loves soccer, reading, dogs, and wants to be a vet when she grows up.
She loves reading dogs? That's kind of cool.
Reading, dogs.
Oh, 'cause I'm like, I didn't know dogs
but you
could
can
read. read
to dogs.
Yeah.
Now the pound does that, which is really sweet.
What?
Her biggest birthday wish is to meet Lionel Messi? Messi?
The soccer player, I'm assuming?
I
Because
don't
it said she plays soccer, right?
Yes.
That's Messi then. He's a.
Messi?
I don't know his first name.
Messi.
I've just always known his last name.
Okay. On our next trip to Bucky's,
Nice.
what should my carb and sugar loving girl get? Oof. Okay. Now, Wally is going to say she needs to get some cotton candy taffy.
Yep, best.
It's light blue, so that'll make it easier for you to spot.
So good.
Talk about sugar. That'll do it. I would say they don't have sweet tea. The ones that I've gone to, which is shocking. You would think they would, but they do have a peach tea, and man, it is sweet. You can get that. Go to the bathroom. I don't even care, Rachel, Ariana. If you don't even have to go, I don't care.
Make a trip.
Do it.
Yep.
Go to the bathroom because it is so clean and so nice. It's an experience.
My wife and my mom, we were driving back and we stopped at Bucky's. And so there's always a line for women's rooms. Even though they have a million restrooms, there's still a line for it. And my wife is waiting in line. And then she just watches my mom walk past the entire line and just like my mom was completely oblivious and just cut everybody.
I'm going to do that when I'm old. I'm just going to blame it on my age. And
Oh my
be like,
gosh, is there a line here?
See that?
Yeah, like my mom is so kind. Like she didn't even notice. And like just
Did your wife like get her back?
No.
She just let her go?
Yeah, she told me about it later.
Okay.
That happened to me recently. I was in where was I? Paris. And I never wait.
Oh, and you were going to sneak up on Vanilla Ice.
No. I never wait in line for a bathroom. Like, if there's a line for a guy's room, I'll just hold it and go. Like, I hate that. But this was one of those moments. We were at this castle. I did not have an option. I had to wait in line for a bathroom.
Designated corner.
I had to wait in line for a bathroom. Let's leave it at that. So I'm there. So some like teenager walks in, and I'm waiting at a respectable distance between me and the doors. Like you'd think, okay, well,
He's
look
clearly
around.
in line.
Clearly in line. I got a queue going here, as they say in Europe. And then one of the doors opens. The kid walks right in. I'm like, what in the world, dude? Like
You didn't say anything?
No, I didn't, because he was French, and I didn't know if he'd understand me.
Oh.
But it's like, mind the queue. You know, I don't know how to say that in French.
Read the room.
Yeah, I was like so frustrated by that. People doing things like that where they're oblivious to others drives me nuts. Because I know, like, you'd think I'm like super like self-absorbed or narcissistic or whatever, but like in social,
I don't think it.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. In social situations, like I'm super duper aware of things going around, like things going on. I'm very aware. Like we were.
Now, if you care, that's another thing.
No, I do. Okay, for example, we were hanging out with Spencer, my daughter's fiance, and his family over the weekend at this water park and stuff. And like Spencer's mom is holding one of the nephews, or the little babies. And so like I watched the baby kind of drool on her. So I see
Who has
that
a baby?
somebody, their family friends.
Oh, okay.
And so I watch this happen. So no one says anything. I get up, I walk over, I get a paper towel, and I bring it to her, and she wipes her. Oh, thank you very much. Like I'm keenly aware of my surroundings 90% of the time. There's a part where I think ADHD might kick in, and I'm completely oblivious, and I have to really watch that. And there's been times I've had to apologize to people, like, I am so sorry. I didn't see you. Like, and I own it. Like I was not paying attention. That's on me, because I get really distracted.
Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
We're veering right off of Bucky's, but this is a very important question. Let's say, perchance, if you're potty, then you know who I'm referring to. The lipstick lady.
No, that was intentional.
Hear me out. Hear
Okay.
me out.
Yeah.
She has undiagnosed ADHD.
Yeah.
And she didn't notice.
No, she noticed.
Or if she came up to you and she said, "Sir, I am so sorry. I have ADHD and I didn't notice you there."
Yes.
What would you do?
I would have said, as a fellow ADHD self-described, prescribed. No, if she had said, "I'm sorry," like I would have been 100%, like 100%. It's no worries. Don't worry about it. It's no big. I'm super forgiving. But she looked at me deep in my eyes. Looked at me with scorn and disdain and with entitlement, and looked me in my eyes, and she was like, "Guess what? You're not getting out of your driveway today, because you know why? I need to put on lipstick. I'm not going to pull up for you in your cruddy little Tacoma truck. I'm in my Escalade. Who do you think you are? I am so much better than you will ever be." That is all from one look. That all happened.
Okay, let me ask you another hypothetical question. Let's say once you pass on into the next, you're now in heaven, shocker, standing at the gates, and Jesus is like, well, he's not going to say, "Well done," let's be honest. But he's going to say, "All right, you can come in, but your neighbor is the lipstick lady."
Okay. Yeah.
And your other neighbor is the barbecue guy.
That's a bad combination.
Now, if you have a problem with that,
yeah,
then you're going to have to take it up with me, referring to himself.
Yeah.
What would you do?
I would be like, well, I like summer and I like hot places. So it's like always summer in hell. So
wait,
send me
so
there.
you would rather suffer
Yep. Eternal damnation.
than have to put up with barbecue guy and
Yep,
lipstick
because
lady.
she's going to look at me all the rest of eternity. I'm going to see that look. I don't want that look. And then barbecue guy's going to make me wait for my barbecue for
This isn't
eternity.
a McDonald's, dude.
Yeah, because McDonald's got their act together, sir, and they learn how to serve somebody within a minute and a half. You have barbecue. It is made in the morning. It's ready to go.
Okay, another hypothetical. Let's
gosh,
say you
you're on a
only
roll.
no. Listen, you only have one neighbor, but it's the person that I cannot stand. I don't know. I can't put a name or a face with that person, but it is the cake gate person.
Oh,
okay.
oh, yeah,
now,
yeah.
would you,
Yeah.
if I were to ask you to
Yes.
move,
Yes.
would you do it?
In heaven, eternity?
Yeah.
This is where you know me. Like, I would not. And then I would invite you over for like dinner. And then we would have bundt cakes.
No!
And I would have this person walk to the
I will
door.
smash that bundt cake in their face.
I would have them take the fork out of your hand and eat the bite you were about to eat just because it would be funny for all of eternity.
It wouldn't be funny.
To watch your head explode.
It wouldn't be funny.
It's so funny though. Here's the thing. You always make fun of me for
the
being
worst.
this like angry person. When you said, imagine the person that I hate living next door to you. I went through a Rolodex of
No, you
I
did
did,
not.
honest truthful.
No, you did not.
4 faces popped up in my head. 4 of them. And now you're doing the math.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
I can think of one person that you probably think is
I
on
thought
that
of
list.
4. Like instantly.
Okay, we're gonna have to talk about this because I think you make things up. You make drama up.
No,
yes,
no.
You do. Yes,
I know
you do.
that there are people you do not
Okay,
like, and
we
there's.
need to move on. All
4
right,
of
guys.
them.
So tomorrow is our last.
Do you want me to give initials?
No! Our last Aftercast for the year. But until then, we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for being a potty.
Starts
Stop
with-
it. Push the button.
I'm almost embarrassed to admit that I didn't realize that song, It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year, where it said there'll be scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmases long time ago. I was like, wait, I never really understood that. And I'm like, oh, no, they're talking about A Christmas Carol. And we have our own version of A Christmas Carol. It's called Scrooge, A Christmas Carol. And the cool thing about this one is it's been reworked a little bit to really focus on the hope and the redemption of A Christmas Carol and of the Scrooge character. And really, ultimately, that's kind of what our faith is about, too. So it kind of has that perspective as well. So here's a clip. Check it out.
Is somebody here? I can't be. I locked the front door. Oh. It was nothing but the wind gaming with my mind. A slight discomfort in the stomach. A bad bit of beef, a sour spoon of gruel. Ah!
You were always a devout coward.
Marley? Jacob Marley?
Aye.
But it can't be.
Why do you doubt your senses?
Well, there you go. If you like that, who knows? Maybe it'll be a new Christmas tradition for you. And if you want to check out the entire Scrooge, A Christmas Carol podcast, just text the word Scrooge to 91979 and we will send you a link.
Growing up in poverty has never been easy for children, but with the added challenges of the pandemic, conflict, and natural disasters, families around the world are facing an unprecedented food crisis. Unfortunately, those who are already hungry are now even more desperate. But by sponsoring a child through compassion, you can help provide life-sustaining essentials such as food and clean water. And with your compassionate support, that child can not only survive, but also flourish. You can find out how and choose a child to sponsor when you click on the compassion banner at wayfm.com.